The pictures you have on the wall then.
Yeah.
So why Winston, why Boris and yourself?
Because I'm the candidate. Boris went up when he became leader, replacing Theresa May. We'd always had the leader up. And then COVID came, we've hardly used the office since.
Is it not time to get a picture of Sunak up there?
We will eventually. We'll see how much we needed after the election. When he's returned comfortably as Prime Minister.
Yes, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Jacob Rees-Mogg finds himself as one of the most prominent Conservative MPs under threat of losing their seat in the general election. As my local MP, I went with him for a morning of campaigning on the doorsteps of Longwell Green.
And how's it been so far?
Excellent.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. The response on the doorstep is good. The response in the street is good. It's quite good fun. The campaign is not difficult because Jacob is well received, and we have plenty of helpers. They're all experienced. They're all keen. They all know what they're talking about, and what we have here is enough. Any more than this, and we would be struggling to keep it together. You know, you have to knocking on doors. You've got to keep people together and keep record of what's going on. No, I mean we're having. If you enjoy this, then this is fun. This election is fun for us.
But are voters enjoying it? I asked Jacob Rees-Mogg what issues he was meeting on the doors of constituents.
The issues that come up are immigration comes up again and again, health service comes up. One person mentioned to me NHS dentists, housing comes up, and both the green belt and the difficulty of young people affording housing. So it's a mix of national and local issues, national issues in the way they affect people locally.
I think the problem is, Jacob, a lot of people, there are too many people in the country now, and too many. Let's get on top of it. There's no homes for the young kids. Everyone's being priced out of houses. They need to sort that out. Start looking after our own first.
The polls are as they are. They're not encouraging for the Conservatives, but you can't give up in the middle of the campaign. That some people have now voted because postal votes have begun to go out, but we just have to knock on every door, deliver every leaflet. The senior figures in the party have to do every press conference, and all these sorts of things have to carry on until election day. And then on the 5th, we'll say the opinion polls were right or they were wrong. If you throw your hat into the ring, you must expect that sometimes people throw the hat back at you. That's just the way it goes.
Labour's Dan Norris is the favourite for the North East Somerset and Hanham constituency. But in this affluent area, only one other party was being mentioned.
I think Reform, speaking my language.
So Reform is Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage is a very impressive man. He is a very able, charismatic figure. But he is at the head of a party that has candidates who are not suitable to be elected to Parliament. They've got all these nutty candidates who like Hitler. And people voting Reform know that they're not serious and they're not going to win.
Could you see Nigel Farage as the next leader of the Tory party?
I think it's difficult for him to be the next leader of the Tory party when he's telling everybody not to vote for it, that creates a certain, at least short-term barrier. I would like to see the broad Conservative family come together, and I would expect there to be a role for Nigel within that. I would want there to be a role for Nigel within that.
Despite the poll leads for Labour, I found a realistic but determined Jacob Rees-Mogg still enjoying the cut and thrust of political campaigning. But will the personal touch help him keep his seat?
There is a bit now of persuading. Particularly in this election, there seem to be many more undecideds than you usually get. But there's also people actually think the candidate should go around and knock on their door.
Yeah.
And if you do that, it can't be, even if you're me, you can't put too many people off.